This video is about how to mix paints. So I use pretty much all acrylic paint, and one of the things about paint is that it separates, particularly metallic paints. You tend to get this residue on the bottom and all the liquid on the top, and eventually the liquid will evaporate if it's not sealed properly. And when you go to shake it, oftentimes you'll mix up just the top part of the paint with the small amount of the metallic, and so it's very thin. It's not the way the paint's supposed to be. So you can certainly stir it up, but that's a fair amount of work to do. You can use just like a toothpick, or I have these longer toothpicks for the bigger jars. But recently what I've been doing is I've actually been opening them up, and I got these ball bearings. These are 3/16 inch ball bearings. They're small. I don't need big ones for this. And what you do is you take one and you just drop it in, kind of like you do for where you have it in a can of spray paint. And get rid of the extra hard pieces around the edge there. Let's push this down. And what that little stainless steel bearing will do is it'll actually knock into that paint and help to mix it just like it does in a paint can, spray paint can. So now when you've got that in there, instead of having to open it up, scrape it around, having to waste all the paint and throw this away, whenever it's been sitting for a while and I need to use it, then I will give it a shake, and you can hear there's not a lot of clanking around yet. There you go. So it was sitting in that hard paint, but now it's starting to mix up that paint. I shake it in different ways, different angles, and now look at that. That's nicely mixed. So that's a very nice method for keeping paint mixed easily. Here's gold. I've done the same thing. And there you go, you can hear it now. It takes a few seconds or a few shakes to be able to get it to mix up properly, and then it's nicely mixed and you can paint with it. You can pretty much do this with any paints. I actually have done it with some very old paints that I have. For example, here's a very old one, British Gulf Armour Light, and as you can see it's definitely separated into sort of blue tinge at the top here with the liquid, and then a sand yellow color. And we start to shake this one up, and there you go, you can hear it again. And nicely mixed. So that's a very easy way to mix it. Now it's nicely mixed, you can see the color. I've actually also done this with another paint that I had, which actually becomes solid. And this was a dark blue that I had gotten, and I wanted to use it, but it actually had settled and solidified, and all the liquid had evaporated. I hadn't sealed it properly, and so what I ended up doing was dropping some of this paint solvent in there. I actually used quite a bit. Start off with just using this little dropper here, and I put in about what is this, half a teaspoon, half a milliliter or half cc, dropping that in there with a stainless steel bearing, and shaking it up, and it dissolved. It took quite a bit of shaking for this one though, and eventually ended up adding some airbrush thinner to it just to maintain the liquidity as the other stuff tends to evaporate. But this is a very nice method for keeping your paints mixed up very easily.